Hello. Let's begin this episode by addressing a common behavior of envious people. They obsess over and constantly think about those they envy, akin to a haunting presence. Their thoughts are filled with dislike and hatred. They ponder over both the tangible and intangible aspects they envy in you. Things you physically possess or non-material traits such as your appearance or personality. They contemplate how to undermine your positive qualities, at least in their own minds. They either overlook or outright deny your successes, sweeping them under the rug as if they don't exist, even when the entire world acknowledges them. Envious individuals demean you with their thoughts, but their words may seem admiring on the surface, even though they are actually belittling. They scheme ways to acquire what you have for themselves. They attempt to make you appear less important, so that in comparison, they might feel more significant. They seek substitutes for the qualities they envy in you, which they cannot obtain themselves, resorting to purchasing or even deceitful means to achieve them. Envious people never genuinely compliment or admire you. Instead, you receive sarcastic remarks and cunning schemes, which are disguised as well-intentioned, but meant to deceive. They don't like you, but pretend to be your friend, to gain information or details about your life to use against you negatively. Yet, they do not wish for your happiness and are ready to sabotage it. They cannot bear to see you happy and try to persuade you that your success and happiness are matters of luck, undeserved or unworthy, and all because they desire these things themselves but cannot achieve them. Managing relationships with envious and negatively minded individuals can be quite challenging, especially if circumstances require you to coexist with them, such as in a workplace or among relatives. However, there are several strategies you can use. 1. Set boundaries. It's crucial to establish and maintain clear boundaries for those who are envious or negatively minded. Define what you are willing to tolerate clearly and consistently uphold those limits. You don't need to let their behavior affect you or your emotions. For example, if someone repeatedly brings up a topic that makes you uncomfortable, promptly change the subject without hesitation, but without showing anger or displeasure. 2. Take care of yourself. Self-care is vital when dealing with envious and negatively minded people. Remember to allocate time for activities that nourish your spirit and body, allowing you to relax and recharge, such as exercising or engaging in a hobby you love. For instance, if you enjoy painting, dedicate your weekends to creating art, join meditation classes, read a new book, or even indulge in a relaxing spa day. Activities like these reduce the time negative thoughts about envious individuals occupy your mind. 3. Focus on the positive. It's easy to be drawn into negativity when surrounded by envious individuals. Focus on the positives in your life and what you are grateful for. Affirm yourself with positive stories, success narratives, and immerse in positive thoughts. Remember the times you have overcome challenges through perseverance. Use these positive memories as a shield against those who envy you. 4. Communicate effectively. If you need to communicate with someone who is envious or negative, try to remain calm and avoid any condescending or demeaning responses. Avoid tit-for-tat replies or loud arguments. Simply focus on addressing the issue at hand and disengage as soon as you have made your point. Do not leave room for new issues to arise. 5. Seek support. Talking to trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals about your experiences with envious and negatively minded people can be beneficial. Having someone to discuss these issues with can help you manage your emotions and find healthy coping mechanisms. 6. Don't overextend yourself. There is no need to go out of your way to please the envious. This can often be counterproductive. You should not do anything that suggests you are being nice to them just because you know they envy or dislike you. They will never truly appreciate it. If you sense feelings or behaviors that indicate someone is envious or dislikes you, it's better to keep your distance. If you are going to be kind, do it because it's the right thing to do and reflects your true character, not because you are trying to change their feelings. 7. Do not change yourself to please them. One of the greatest desires of envious people is for you to stoop to their level. Do not do it. Do not let your external appearance worsen. Do not get poor grades or feel bad just because you are worried about envious people. Instead, use their negative energy as a positive force to enhance your own status. If you know someone envies your new hairstyle, continue wearing it and perhaps style it even better. Ignore how much more it may upset them. It's not your problem. 8. Ignore them and carry on. Congratulations! Envy is the sincerest form of flattery. If someone envies you, it's clear they want what you have. They want to be you, and they think you are better than them. These individuals have self-esteem issues that your presence reveals. Forget about them and continue to excel and move higher, because those who are envious and resentful will always stay at the bottom. Remember, the issues of envious and resentful people lie within themselves, not you. They have significant insecurities, which are their own psychological problems, not yours. Instead of fixing themselves, they focus on you. When you exhibit any behavior that can be perceived as about them, you will always be a target. So, act as if they are non-existent and continue doing what you are doing. 9. Share less about your personal and professional successes with those who envy you. The rationale behind this advice is based on the understanding that sharing or revealing your achievements to envious people not only fails to garner genuine joy or admiration from them, but often intensifies their negative feelings towards you. Envious individuals tend to compare themselves with others. When they feel they are in a comparable situation, it can trigger feelings of deficiency and increased dissatisfaction. By informing or sharing your successes, you inadvertently heighten these comparisons, causing increased tension and stress in their feelings. This stress can manifest as tense gestures, bad moods, derogatory comments, aggressive behaviors, or even overt attempts to belittle or devalue your achievements. 10. Do not try to flatter them in hopes of changing their behavior. Most often, this will not work. The human psyche is complex, and behavioral patterns, especially those deeply ingrained such as envy or negativity, are particularly resistant to change. Some believe that by complimenting or praising those who exhibit envy or negativity towards themselves, they might be able to change these individuals' attitudes to be more positive towards us. The idea is that by making envious people feel better about themselves, they might have less reason to envy or view the world negatively. However, this strategy can backfire for several reasons. The issue of sincerity in complimenting merely to counteract someone's negative thoughts is highly likely perceived as insincere by those already thinking negatively. They may conclude that the compliments they receive from you are not genuine or are intended to mock them because they generally think that way. Supporting negative behavior can occur if envious or negatively minded individuals find that they receive attention or praise despite behaving that way. They may continue the behavior with confidence or even escalate bad behaviors to provoke further compliments. You may feel demeaned by trying to elevate someone else when you know they do not have much value to be praised, especially if your actions do not receive a positive response. This can lead to a loss of pride and may cause you to feel stressed and strained. 11. Minimize or eliminate sharing specific or all aspects of your life, especially in front of those who envy you. This strategy stems from the need to protect oneself from unnecessary negativity or harm. Envious people often use others' successes or significant events to gauge and compare their own lives, which can heighten their feelings of inadequacy and provoke painful or destructive responses. 12. Learn to disregard their behavior completely. You have the power to choose what to focus on and what to prioritize, which affects your life and mental state. Think of all the distractions you have overcome while focusing intensely at work. Use the same principle to ignore those who are toxically envious. 13. If ignoring them doesn't help, gradually reduce contact as if pruning a garden. Removing weeds or unhealthy branches helps the whole garden thrive. Staying away from negativity leads to happier moments. 14. Do not act desperate or worthless. Don't show concern, interest, or emotional investment in the opinions or actions of those who are envious or negative. An indifferent attitude towards these individuals aims to protect your own mental and emotional well-being. 15. As a human being with emotions, if you feel like responding occasionally, do so in ways that do not cause you harm, either physically or mentally. Stay fit, eat healthily, and look your best. Envious people can predict your downfall and would feel frustrated seeing you thrive instead. 16. If you wish to subtly counteract, travel frequently and take pictures with others, including friends or locals, making it appear you have a close and amiable connection without being overtly sexual. Post these on social media. Those who envy you will be disturbed not knowing how and when you became involved with these people. 17. Continue to respond in ways that do not harm you. It's not highly recommended, but if you choose to proceed, it's a sweet revenge to elevate your work and career and frequently post about your progress. Even if you are not wealthy, doing something artistically valuable or special can significantly disturb those shallow people who envy you. 18. Plan everything in your life without involving them, but still keep some interactions if necessary. Be slightly mysterious about your true status and maintain minimal interactions with them as colleagues only. This will frustrate them as they struggle to figure out what you are truly up to. 19. After minor retaliations that do not harm you, reach a point where you achieve internal peace and realize that you do not need to make them envious. Elevate your thoughts and mindset with positivity so much that you no longer absorb any bits of irritation into your psyche. Truly train yourself to believe that envious and negative people are irrelevant, and you will no longer waste any time in life making them envious. Live freely as you wish. Remember, you can't control others' behavior, but you can control how you respond to it. Using these methods, you can manage your relationships with envious and negative people without harming your career and maintaining your emotional state. Inspirational quotes to help you deal with envy. Envy is the sincerest form of admiration. People only throw stones at trees full of ripe fruit. It's easier to pluck flowers than to grow them, which explains why some prefer to destroy your talents rather than support them. Don't blow out someone else's candle or you'll both end up in the dark. Only things below you try to pull you down. When reaching for the stars, beware of those who would want to cut off your hand. Don't fear criticism. The tallest trees face the strongest winds. Beautiful feathers make the bird a target for hunters. Those who stand out become targets for the envious. Thousands can curse the sun's heat, but none can stop its light, even for a day. Daisies do not resent roses. That's why we have beautiful gardens. The sun loses nothing by letting the stars shine. Jealousy says compete with each other. Envy says destroy each other. Compassion says help each other. Love says empower each other. These quotes offer perspectives on handling negativity and jealousy with grace and positivity, emphasizing the importance of rising above petty conflicts and fostering a supportive and empowering environment. That's 19 ways to live happily in progress among envious and negative people. Try practicing these tips and adjust them as you see fit. Don't forget to support the channel by liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and joining the conversation in the comments below. Thank you very much.